Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. Another police encounter killing in Chennai, the third in 2 months. Alleged history sheeter seizing Raja shot dead. Governor R N Ravi stokes controversy, claims secularism is a European concept, no place for it in India. The opposition says he speaks against the constitution. And Kiran Rao's Laaptaa ladies is India's pick for the Oscars. An alleged history sheeter seizing Raja has been shot dead at Neelankarai outside Chennai early this morning. Investigators say Raja, an A+ history sheeter, has a total of 39 cases against him, including 6 murder cases. Police claims that they took him to a hideout near Neelankarai to recover his hidden weapon when he opened fire at them. No police was injured, but police claim they had to open fire in self-defense, ultimately killing him. This is the third such police encounter killing in Chennai over the last 2 months. In July, Thiruvengadam, a key accused in the BSP Tamil Nadu Chief Armstrong Murder Case, was shot dead by the police. Just a few days ago, Kakathopu Balaji, another alleged history sheeter, was shot dead. And now the third today. Human rights defenders call these extrajudicial killings and atrocious.
Today is once again a very sad day for democracy, rule of law and social justice in Mr. Stalin's government in Tamil Nadu. This is the 16th encounter that has taken place in the state of Tamil Nadu after Mr. M.K. Stalin has taken charge of the government. The encounter today is of one seizing Raj, who was alleged to have been apprehended in Kadapa yesterday, brought to Chennai city, and the alleged extrajudicial killing, popularly termed as encounter, takes place at a far end of Greater Chennai in Neelankarai, where the circumstances of the actual encounter are yet to be known. Why seizing Raja, apprehended yesterday, brought to Chennai, was taken to Neelankarai is yet to be known. But what is most painful is that this is the second encounter killing in the investigation of Mr. Armstrong's brutal murder. The first accused, Thiruvengadam, was the first person to be killed in such an extrajudicial killing less than a month ago, and within the past 1 month there have been 3 cases of extrajudicial killings. That of Thiruvengadam, secondly that of Balaji, not connected with Armstrong's case, and the third happens to be what happened this early morning, in the early hours of this morning. I think this is serious, very serious. All of us are saying this, putting our heads down in shame, because the rule of law has been completely not followed. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Arun IPS, who cannot provide sufficient protection to a person handed over to police custody by a judicial magistrate, and that led to Thiruvengadam's encounter, and now cannot protect a person whom you have arrested, who escaped from your custody. I am sorry, these stories do not speak about your capacity to be able to handle the Greater Chennai Police as its police commissioner. The Law and Order ADGP, Mr. Davidson Devasirvadam, also has to take responsibility. I would only say we appeal to your moral, if you have any morals, to immediately resign from service, because you are putting to shame not the state, you are putting to shame your trusted, honest IPS officers of this state who do not believe that rowdyism can be handled using extrajudicial killings as a mechanism. I want the High Court to suo motu take up this matter. You cannot be a spectator to such incidents and then preach from the portals of our courts. This is a matter that calls for a suo motu interference by the High Court, suo motu urgent intervention into these three encounters by the State Human Rights Commission, and I appeal to the State Legal Services Authority that this is a case where your art of intervening through PILs is not waiting for somebody to come to you, but you yourselves as custodians of the Legal Services Authority initiate a PIL in these three encounters that have taken place in Greater Chennai limits.
Tamil Nadu Governor R N Ravi has stoked controversy, saying secularism is a European concept and it has no place for it in India. He spoke this in Kanyakumari on Sunday. The Congress and the ruling DMK have slammed Governor R N Ravi. The governor, who's holding a constitutional position, they say, is speaking against the constitution and is ignorant, they say. Over the last few years, Governor R N Ravi, the ruling DMK, has been alleging that he acts like a BJP or RSS spokesperson, undermining the elected government and creating obstacles. Even the Supreme Court had made harsh observations, but in the past, R N Ravi had said he goes by the rule book.
European concept. Secularism is not a Bharatiya concept. In Europe, secularism came because there was a fight between the church and the king. And they wanted to stop the fight. So they said, you be away, I be away. Bharat is born out of Dharma. How can there be conflict with Dharma? How can Bharat be away from Dharma? It can't be. Secularism is an European concept. Let it be there. Let them be happy. Bharat, there is no need. And so secularism was not brought in our constitution at the time when the constitution was made.
BJP and other affiliated organizations has always been against this kind of things. They want to insult other religions. They want to insult other traditions. India's tradition is not like that. We celebrate diversity. We celebrate other beliefs, other traditions, other languages, other practices. That is secularism. Mr. Ravi is speaking against the constitution. We all know that BJP and the RSS wants to change the constitution of India, which is based on Baba Sahib Ambedkar's thinking, and this we will never allow that to happen.
Secularism is not an European concept. It is an Indian concept where there were many religions in India. In fact, there were 4 or 5 religions which were found in India. Buddhism. India is the motherland of Buddhism. India is the motherland of Jainism. India is the motherland of Sikhism. So secularism is the most needed concept in India, not in Europe. Europe has uniform religion. So these things they don't know. They are not aware of all these things. Particularly the governor, he had not gone through the constitution. He should go and read the constitution fully and come up to the people and speak. Let him not be made a fool. People will laugh at him. That is what is happening here.
Filmmaker Kiran Rao's Laaptaa Ladies is India's pick for the Oscars. The jury, which met in Chennai over the last 1 week, today made this announcement after a unanimous decision. A total of 29 films were in the race. Close in the race were 2 other Tamil films, director Pa Ranjit's Thangalan and Mari Selvaraj's Vaalai. Thank you very much for your time. What made Laaptaa Ladies stand out?
We are given 29 films to watch, and with all equal attention we have watched those films in depth, and the kind of criteria we are given, and that truly the film which should truly represent India to the Oscars. From all factors we found that this Laaptaa Ladies that comes to the forefront.
It's a women empowerment.
Women empower. Yeah, women centric. It's a women centric, but I will not go into the details.
Right.
But it's a fantastic film actually that we. I think it is something which even the Indian audience also they should be proud of. Yeah.
Would India get lucky this time for Oscars?
I hope so.
How difficult or challenging was this task for the jury?
It is difficult. It is difficult. As I said that we make largest number of films in the world. To choose one film out of that, it is a difficult process. And on top of that, we do not have a proper system that way. It is very difficult to develop also a system and how to choose one film. And
Thank you.
What went behind the choosing or the zeroing in of Laaptaa ladies?
It's very entertaining, it's informative, it talks about culture, it talks about reality, it's very raw, it's very basic, very well shot. It's just you can literally you can enjoy the film. So that's the main reason. Again, hopefully we all felt end of the day it's an American award. Universally they should like it. It's not that some films are very good. For example, Valai in Tamil is very good. Tangalan, a lot of other films also good. But they're very close competition. But overall, it starts talk about Indian women issues. So
Which are the top 5?
Tangalan was one, and there is one Valai from Tamil. That is, there are 2 Tamil films. Srikanth is also, everyone liked it. That's third one. And there's one Undercurrent Malayalam film is also part of it. So that's also again based on two characters. But when compared to that, this one has got more voting, and all the 12 members finally we decided to do this.
Film lovers, filmmakers down south always have this perception, this criticism that these films, Hindi films often get an advantage when it comes to choosing one film for Oscars like this. How do you as a jury member look at that?
That's not true, but I'm from South. Last time there was one Tamil film, they selected it. It's not that. It's not that we see only whether it's a good film for in India. We'll have to see that whether this film is going to work worldwide. It's going to Western audience, are they going to like it? So that's idea is we need to win this Oscar. So that way, if you see, but I don't think there is no such bias. No, yeah. So there's no bias like that because it is there are very few. A lot of good films not entered because there are so many reasons. Maybe they don't have a budget to follow it up later in Oscar. So it's not that. So whatever film we got it in 29, and this is the best.
Oscars is essentially primarily meant for American films. There's only one category for other films from other countries. Is it still worth trying?
Yeah, it is worth because there are 80 films. Out of 80, they're going to select one in this particular category, whatever I know. So there are a lot of other categories for other films, but this is 1 out of 80. Yes, it's worth trying. We hope always we think positively, but it's India has a lot of good filmmakers, and I think it's better to try always.
And as a filmmaker, when you look at Hollywood films, what are the areas where Indian cinema is yet to develop or mature?
See, most of the films are made to get this to appeal to the mass. So that's what. At the end of the day, they have to get this money back. And there's very few mix of both artistically and mass based, which is very very less in our country. And if you start doing only for festival-based films, the chances are less. And sometimes you do. So one needs to balance it. For films like Laaptaa Ladies has got not mass, but at least the issue everyone likes to watch it. Even India also got a different state language they should like it. And it's a little humor. It's a mix of everything. It's not a mass. But again, it says both. So that way, we are lagging in terms of balancing both and making good content.
Thank you so much, sir.